Hello everyone, welcome to our new topic, that is what exactly is prehistoric art, how it began and why it is important. It will be a short video that will give you an introduction to prehistoric art. So let's quickly start. Firstly, I will give you a distinction that we have between history and prehistory. History is a time period for which we have a written record. That will, of course, be after the invention of writing. And anything that is before it, time period before the existence of written record, is prehistory. So it's as simple as that. And the timeline that we have for prehistory is a very long period. You can see that in prehistory we have more years as compared to our history. Millions of years of difference is there. So it starts from 3.3 million years ago to 3,200 years. That is the start of our Bronze Age. Then this time period, 300,000 years ago, is important because of the appearance of early Homo sapiens, which we'll study later in the video. Then further classification of prehistoric timeline, Paleolithic, Mesolithic and Neolithic. It is divided into three parts. Paleolithic is old stone age, paleo is old and lithic is stone. So this will be old stone age, this is middle stone age and this is new stone age. Paleolithic was the longest period in prehistory, so it is further classified into lower Paleolithic, middle Paleolithic and upper Paleolithic. During lower Paleolithic and middle Paleolithic, we have very few examples of arts. But in Upper Paleolithic, we have lots and lots of examples, numerous examples from all over the world. Mesolithic is a short period of 2000 years that also marks the end of last ice age. So it has a different time span in different areas according to the melting of ice. And Neolithic marks the beginning of Neolithic revolution or the first agricultural revolution. And during this period, we also have lots of art and megalithic architecture that we'll study. Then I'm going to give you two factors that were important for the evolution of art and even the evolution of mankind. The evolution of mankind, you can say, led to the evolution of art. On the left, you can see is a chimpanzee's hand, our hominid ancestor, and this is a human hand. So you'll notice that humans, they have a longer thumb, and this longer thumb gives us two important grips. That is a precision grip and a power grip. Precision grip, you can see you will use for writing and all the precision work, and power grip. Power grip will be used for lifting heavy objects and throwing things that will be important for hunting techniques. So these two grips are very important for the improvement in hunting techniques and then improvement in our artwork, our entire evolution and the evolution of art. Then another important fact will be our little finger and thumb, they can touch each other. This is only possible for our species and no other species can do it except Homo sapiens. Then other important factor that we have for the evolution of art is the appearance of behavior modernity in humans. So let's just understand this. For most of their history, humans were nomadic hunter-gatherers. Nomadic, we did not have a permanent habitat, and hunter-gatherers, we were either hunting or gathering food from naturally occurring sources like edible wild plants, insect, fungi, honey, bird eggs, and anything that was safe to eat. So it's in the name. The answer is in the name. Either we were hunting or gathering food, and we did not have a permanent habitat. And as agriculture was not still there, so we were not growing anything. Because of that, the food in a particular place got exhausted, and then we had to move to another place that was rich in resources. So this was the lifestyle. Then this time 300 years ago, as I told you, was important because of the appearance of early Homo sapiens. And this time we get from the evidence that we have is a fossil found in Jebel Irhoud, that is in Morocco. Then we started exhibiting behavior modernity about 160,000 years to 60,000 years ago. We do not have an exact time, it's a phase. And we get this phase by looking at the art and techniques, the hunting techniques, the tools of the prehistoric man. Now, the definition, according to anthropologists, modern behavior or behavior modernity is characterized by the specialization of tools and hunting techniques, use of jewelry, clothing, and images, that will be cave paintings and sculptures and other architecture, the organization of living spaces, and burial rituals. Burial rituals is also very important because we get a lot of artifacts from graves, and this gives us insight into the culture of the prehistoric man, how they were burying their dead, what rituals they were practicing. And all this gives us the idea that we were different. Behavior modernity is a trait that distinguishes us Homo sapiens from other species. And why this Homo sapiens was coined for us? Homo means humans, and sapiens means the wise one, the discerning one, the one with higher intellect and cognitive abilities. And that is what makes us important among the various other related species. We have four basic categories of prehistoric art. First, we have rock engravings. We also call them petroglyphs. Then we have cave paintings, pictographs. We have sculptures. And then we have megalithic art and architecture. Then other terms that we have is mobiliary art. That refers to art that is portable, can be carried from one place to another. Whereas parietal art, it refers to artwork that is made on immovable rock walls, floors, or ceilings. We move to petroglyphs. It's a carving or engraving that is made by pecking directly on the rock surface using a chisel and a hammer stone. It's derived from the Greek word that is petra, which means stone, and glyphi means to carve. Petroglyphs have been found in all parts of the globe except Antarctica, with highest concentrations in parts of Africa, Scandinavia, and Siberia. The numerous petroglyphs are believed to depict an unidentified symbolic or ritualistic language or communication style. So, the purpose for petroglyphs would be a ritualistic purpose. This you can see in details how it's been scratched and animal and human figures have been depicted. It's a hunting scene. Petroglyphs in Iran, Timera regions. This is approximately 40,000 years old. Then cupules. It's also a form of petroglyph. Cupules are the hemispherical cup marks that are pegged directly on the rock surface using a hammer. World-renowned archaeologist Robert G. Badinter coined the term cupule in an effort to give us a consistent name to the phenomena that has previously gone by several names, including pits, hollows, cups, cupples, cupstones, pit marks, cup marks, and even potholes. This is a very common prehistoric art motif, and we have them all over the world, and they were going by various names. So a single term was coined. This is a picture of cupule in Bhimbetka rock shelters, India, and according to archaeologists, it dates back to 290,000 BC, and this is considered the oldest example of rock art that we have on this planet. Then we have pictograph, also pictogram, a drawing or painting on a rock surface. The term comes from Latin pictus, which means painting, and graph or gram, which means drawn or written. So, how will you distinguish between petroglyphs and pictograph? In petroglyph, you carve, you remove a part of the rock surface, while in pictograph, you paint on it. A pictograph could be a figurative cave painting, it could be an abstract symbol, hand stencils, or anything that was directly painted on the rock surface. This is a unknown bovine from Borneo, Indonesia, approximately 52,000 years old. You can see it's directly painted on a rock surface using a pigment, while in petroglyphs, the image was scratched on the rock surface. Then we have prehistoric sculpture. It consists of all types of figurative carvings such as Venus figurine. Now, Venus figurine is depiction of a woman that's carved in round with emphasis on parts that are associated with sexuality and fertility. Bones, ivory, wood, and different kinds of stones were used for carving these artifacts. Relief carving done in the caves also come under this category. This is Venus of Billendorf, 28,000 years old, 28,000 BC from Austria, 11.1 centimeter, and the material is limestone, Oolithic limestone. That's kind of a marine limestone. Then finally, we have megalithic art and architecture. Megalithic art incorporates the use of large stones to create a piece of art, particularly architecture. This category only emerged during the late Mesolithic and Neolithic eras. These include single upright stones called menhirs, stone circles, and sanctuaries. These monuments were predominantly burial chambers, portal tombs, passage tombs, and gallery graves. This is a stone circle, Stonehenge, England, and the alignment of stone that we have here is towards the rising sun during summer solstice and the sunset during winter solstice. So it had a purpose, and there were several phases of constructions, possibly began during the Mesolithic era, continuing in the Neolithic and even in the Bronze Age. Then the importance of prehistoric art. Why it is important? Because it gives us valuable insight into the lifestyle, culture, and mindset of our ancestors, guiding us through the human evolutionary process from hunter gatherers to agrarian society. With this, I'm going to end this video. I really hope that you learned something new. I kept it short. We are going to elaborate on different topics in different videos. Till then, thanks for learning. Please do like, share, and subscribe because the story of art is the story of us all. Thank you. See you in the next video.